Alright, Libra gang, welcome back to Libra and Goddess channel. I won't say tarot because I don't just do tarot on this channel. I do oracle readings. Sometimes I don't even use my cards. But I will say thank you to everybody who has been watching my channel. Thank you to everybody who has been commenting. Thank you to those who have been reaching out. I will say if you are interested in booking a private session with me, all you have to do is click the description, and the number is in the link, and the number is in the description, and you can text that number and I will contact you back shortly. But as you can tell by this title, I will be speaking to those who are currently in isolation. God told me a few times, he said, I need you to talk to those who are currently in isolation. So if you already feel like this message resonates with your heart, with your situation, please stay to the end of this video. I will say that I love you all. I'm appreciative of all of you. Thank you for everybody who is new to my channel. Thank you to those who have newly subscribed. You guys are greatly welcome here and appreciated. And welcome back to my day ones. Welcome back, Libra gang. But let's go ahead and get straight into this message. God is wanting me to bring this to your attention because the isolation that you're currently in right now is definitely preparing you for what's to come. I see a lot of you out there praying for freedom. It's been a lot of prayers for freedom in areas of your life. But I feel like that's going to take for you to see that, for one, nothing is set in stone. Nothing is yet set in stone, which also means that there's a lot of momentum. There's a lot of changes. There's a lot of things that's taking place right now in order for alignment here. As the cards say, the universe is asking you, what do you need to release in this time? The universe is really trying to take away that baggage that you're carrying, take away those concerns and those worries that you're carrying, that weight or that energy that is kind of smothering your light here again. The universe is really wanting to release you from this energy, on top of other things that you are aware of that you need to release. This could be people, places, and things. But nothing is yet set in stone due to the things that you need to release. I really feel like things will become more secure, more solid, more clear. The foundation will be set in a more, substantial way once you release these things that no longer serve you here. But I do see Akashic records here, so the universe is definitely opening up the Akashic records here. Divine realms of information is being opened up for you. You are being granted access here to a lot of divine information. The universe is entrusting you with a lot of divine information. If not, they will. But this is definitely saying that as you clear out these old stories, as you release these old energies, as you clear these old timelines, as you clear these old energies in your life, the universe is definitely saying you're going to be able to release these past life energies that is holding on to you. This could be current life or even energies in your actual past lives, as in you existing as another person or you existing as a different human, because we all have lived once before. I'm definitely feeling like I could be talking to someone who has lived many lives. This is not your first rodeo. This ain't your first go round. You've done this before, which also means that your ranking in the spiritual realm is beyond far what you think it is. Whoever you are, you don't even know who you are fully at your core's depth. But this is why the universe is definitely saying freedom here. The universe is wanting to grant you this everlasting and eternal freedom, this Akashic wisdom to tap into higher energies, tap into higher realms, and, manifest, this blessing into your life here. I definitely see here, my lips are so dry. Guys, do not mind me. I'm talking and now I feel how dry my lips are. But the universe is definitely, it's, those winter times is coming up. But excuse me. God has a sense of humor. I don't know who that's for. God is definitely telling you, he's asking somebody, why are you so serious? Somebody out there is so serious about something. You need to lighten your mood and laugh, twin. I don't know who you are, but lighten your mood and laugh. Or God is definitely about to bring his sense of humor into your life. Maybe that is the freedom that I'm seeing here. Maybe you could have been in a time where you had to be serious. You are like trying to get everything together. You don't really have the time to laugh, to play, and to do things that, really fulfills your heart in ways. But I really feel like God is about to set you free from that. The end of a tough cycle is also about to approach in your life. I'm definitely seeing Capricorn here in these cards, a full moon in Capricorn here on this card. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn energy. You could be dealing with the Virgo energy. You could also be dealing with a Taurus energy, earth sign energy, or these energies are heavily influencing your natal chart here. But because of this cycle that's about to be completed, the Orion's gate is about to open for you. Or the Orion's belt here, Orion activation here, supernova, recreation, renewal, being rebirthed by light. God is really about to restore you, recreate things into your life, recreate situations, relationships, renew your finances, and as well as rebirth your energy by light. You're being rebirthed by light. So if you have been feeling things being stripped and pulled out of your energy, if you've been feeling a certain type of way that you can't explain in your bodily energy, this is God definitely saying he is rebirthing you by his light, by his love here. And at the bottom of the deck, I am seeing confidence is your key to success. So this is definitely speaking for Leo energy, Lion's Gate energy as well. There's definitely gates being open for you here, gang. Your confidence is your key to success. Your confidence is really going to be the aspect or the characteristic about you that is going to get you to where you need to be here. I will say that as this activation starts, you're going to be once again released from a lot of things, mindsets, energies, people, places, things, once again, that is really going to set you free so you can, walk that path, walk that walk, and start moving towards that progression that you're seeking for here. Yeah, everybody business. So this is definitely saying, I'm saying everybody business in reverse. God is definitely saying, don't speak on too much right now. It'll be best for you to not really tell everybody what you have going on. It'll be best for you to not let your left hand know what your right hand doing. Don't let your right hand know what your left hand doing. Keep certain things to yourself in this time, game, because I definitely see that God is about to bless you. He's about to activate you. He's also removing and restoring and releasing you from situations that only he can, remove and release you from. But this is definitely saying this isolation is not in vain. You're just being prepared for the freedom that you have asked for. So if you have been praying prayers, God is saying, I'm going to answer these prayers, but things have to be done in the process, okay? There could be energies that is afraid of your affection. I don't know, that's a side note. Take that as it resonates. There could be this isolation necessary as well if there's coming down to an energy of you dealing with someone else, a love energy here. If you've been feeling distant or isolated from this certain person or from this place or from this thing, God is definitely saying this is necessary for your freedom here. I'm also feeling like codependency issues or, people pleasing, qualities that's being, restored here. So you don't have to really lean on those energies. You'll be able to rely on yourself in ways that you have never relied on yourself before, but as well as relying on God, because being able to rely on yourself really will depend on the relationship that you build with your Father in heaven. Okay, because your Father is really the energy that dwells within you. God dwells within you. He needs you to know that. He dwells within you, which means that no matter how much you are experiencing, no matter what you are experiencing, no matter how isolated or alone you feel, it's not in vain here. What is this? Nothing is yet set in stone, Holy Spirit. Yeah, exposed. So yeah, God is about to give you a personal glimpse. He's about to clarify and expose why, things have been feeling unstable. I'm definitely feeling like you have been starting things but not completing them. You've been hoping for things and they've been being, ambushed by energies that don't want you to have it. There's just been a lot of energies of, things going one way and then boom, it switches and goes another way. That's about to change here. God is really about to shine the light. Finally, he's about to expose the light and bring light to a situation here. So things can be set in stone. So things can be more mutable for you. So things can be more, balanced for you. Right now, things are just mutating. Things are just, adapting. You could be adapting to a new energy, to a new environment. You could be adapting to the new version of yourself. You also have energies that are learning how to adapt to you. I don't know if this is a person, place, or thing, but the reality is adjusting. So you need to, Take it one day at a time, because the reality is adjusting, especially if you have already been experiencing significant changes when it comes to, the reality here. You could be dealing with a Cancer energy. You don't have to be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio water sign energy, or these energies are definitely, influencing your chart here. But Spirit is definitely speaking. Pay attention to the sky is definitely what I'm seeing here. You're definitely about to get some little known signs. You could also be experiencing a lot of bird activity around your home, or you will be. This is Spirit. This is God. This is the Lord. This is Spirit speaking to you. So pay attention. And as well as when you're outside in nature, listen to what God is saying to you. Maybe go outside, leave your phone inside, and just go outside. Listen to nature, listen to the wind, close your eyes, sit in the sun. God is definitely saying, what do you need to release right now? There could be energies of you needing to meditate, release yourself from certain energies, from certain strongholds, or things that just want to, create a sickness in you. Yeah, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So this is a lot of water sign energy that could be influencing you, emotional, because water sign is about emotions. So I feel like, let's just say the enemy here. I really feel like the enemy himself is really trying to fuck with your emotions game. The universe is definitely wanted to ask you once again, what do you need to release so you can get past these emotions that are limiting you from being free here, that are limiting you from clearing these old stories, these old cycles, that are limiting you from releasing these past lives, these past people, these past mindsets, just things that are not keeping you in a mindset or energy of feeling free. Somebody is out there feeling bound or trapped or stuck. But whoever you are, you're not trapped. You're not stuck. You're really about to discover who you really are with this Akashic wisdom here. Yeah, once you walk away from these energies, once you ride it out, you could be experiencing like avoidant energy, or you could be avoiding some sort of energy. You could be also avoiding some sort of communication. Don't have to be. Somebody could be avoiding communication with you. But this energy is definitely saying, once upon a time, the healed scraped their knees and their egos were bruised. Now they are avoided like kryptonite and green vegetables. So this could definitely stand like, there's avoiding energy that's so strong here, like a child that don't like eating broccoli. Like, that's the energy here. The universe is definitely saying they're trying to get your attention. This could also be you. They could be avoiding some sort of guidance that you need here. They could be avoiding some sort of higher wisdom. But the universe is definitely wanting to bless you with this wisdom so you can release yourself, so you can experience freedom, financial freedom, spiritual freedom, mental freedom, physical freedom, just freedom to do what brings joy to your soul, what brings joy to God, what pleases God. It does not please God to see you in these situations, but remember, He is going to be God today, tomorrow, just like the same God that He was yesterday. So remember, lean on God. Understand that if you are being isolated, if you are being put in a certain place where you feel rejected or denied, if you feel like people are avoiding you, if you feel like, God is, making you walk away from things, or people are walking away from you, this is because God is wanting to put you in a position where you don't have to worry. Where you don't have to worry, where you don't have to lean on nothing but Him, where you don't have to focus on nothing but Him. This is why He is isolating you. Clarify the end of this tough cycle that's approaching here. This message isn't going to be too long, but I did want to get on here and just say that this isolation is not in vain. Those who are in isolation, if you are feeling stuck, you're not stuck. It's just that your confidence is needing to be activated. God is wanting you to be more confident and more strong here. Have the willpower to understand that you are good enough and you are worthy to, experience that reality that you are dreaming of, that you are praying about. Nothing is yet set in stone, but that doesn't mean that things can't become more stable, that things can't become more solidified. I do definitely see Anunnaki light codes here, Anunnaki light codes. There's energetic shifts because there's new information that is about to locate you. Once again, the end of a tough cycle. The end of a cycle is approaching here. So pay attention to what the universe and these higher beings that are, sent from the highest benevolent white light is speaking to you here, because you are not a human again. You are a spiritual essence that is learning how to be a human. I don't know how many times I'm going to reiterate this. You are not a human experiencing a spiritual reality. You are a spiritual being experiencing what it is to be the human that you are in this time. This is definitely speaking for these past life energies. Once again, this is not your first go around. You've done this before, which means you have not, you know, you don't have a reason to, feel stuck because you've done this before. You don't have a reason to feel stuck. If anything, that's just a self-imposed illusion that is making you feel like you are stuck. You are not stuck. The end of this tough cycle is approaching, but it means that it's coming, but it's approaching, which means it's not here. It's on its way. Which is saying that this isolation is just a season. You're not gonna be isolated forever. You're not gonna feel, bound or hidden forever. I do feel like some of you are going to be publicly vindicated and recognized in the public eye. If you could have a platform, that's definitely speaking for that. Or you're being called to publicly speak. You're being called to tell your story. You're also being called to free yourself. And you being free could mean showing yourself online, showing the world the real you. The end of this tough cycle is approaching, but it doesn't mean that it's here. It's approaching, which means it is coming in, it's closing in, which also means that once this cycle closes in, the old cycle will, close out. You feel what I'm saying? That door will close. You will come out of that place. You will come out of this place once this cycle fully, closes in here. It's approaching in this time, but that doesn't mean that it's here. And that's what God is telling you. He's telling you to get ready. He don't want to rush things in too fast. He don't want to, bring things in with a 3 times speed. God doesn't want to overwhelm you with this freedom. Because once you really discover who you are, it's not going to be all peaches and cream. It's going to come with its flaws, its perks, and its quirks. But it is also going to come with its blessings and its beauty and its gifts, because you're gifted, you're blessed through the things that you would consider as, not a blessing or a lesson. You feel what I'm saying here? Holy Spirit, clarify this cycle that's approaching. This tough cycle here. This tough cycle of isolation. Once again, it could be tough, it could be hard, but this is not permanent. This is not forever. It's just temporary here. You could be dealing with an Aquarius or Sagittarius here. Or these energies are heavily influencing your chart here. Aquarius, Sagittarius energies. Take it as it resonates. Or this is just more energies of being a fiery humanitarian. God is definitely saying use your passion. Allow your passion to fuel your ability to help others. God is definitely saying He's put you through these things since you were a child. You've been destined since you were a child to, have a field of dreams. Somebody's name could be Stevie. Take it as it resonates. Or Steve. Doesn't have to be. But I'm definitely saying whoever you are, you were destined since a child. You could have also been experiencing these tough cycles, these tough, trials and tribulations since you were a child. But that's coming to an end. Unfortunately, these things had to follow you into adulthood, but that doesn't mean that the rest of your life is going to look like how your past was. And this is why God is saying, what do you need to release in this time? What do you need to release to allow yourself to be free? And that's the past. Release the past. Release the things of the past. And become more present. That's why God is saying, get out in the nature. Get outside. Listen to the wind. Listen to the birds chirp. Sometimes just put your phone down and just lay in your bed and just listen to the silence of your home. Because God is definitely trying to speak to you, as well as bring you some sort of peace and a sense of presentness, so you don't have to be worried about the past nor worried about the future, because tomorrow will worry about itself, and the past is already what it is, so we can't change it, okay? But whoever you are, you've been destined since a child, which means that even though you could have went through some, tough trials, some tough tribulations, some tough cycles, these cycles are coming to an end, but this doesn't mean that, that's going to be that way forever. You're going to get out of this game. You're going to get out of this. Clarify this Orion activation. Clarify this supernova recreation, this renewal and being rebirthed by life. What is this energy, Holy Spirit? Yeah, wants the ego battle. And I really feel like this is just the enemy wanting to really fuck with your ego. But this is outrageous, I will say. Something is outrageous to God. God is kind of upset about how... God is upset with the devil. He always is. But the devil is really trying to fuck with you right now. And it's kind of making me upset. Just the way I feel it. I can feel the energy, the attacks. That is trying to block this activation. That is trying to stop you from going through this door. From walking through this door. But once again, your confidence is your key to success. You are good enough. You are worthy. You could be dealing with a Leo, Virgo, take it as it resonates, but you are worthy here. You are worthy to, get out of this cycle. You are worthy to be released and to be freed from an energy that does not want to see you succeed. You are worthy, and you will be released from this energy. God is about to also give you a great idea. You will also receive some sort of good idea, or an idea that will, bring you freedom. This is financial freedom. This could be a business idea. This could be any type of idea that's going to bring you freedom. It doesn't have to be financially. It's just an idea. God is about to give you something in your mind, and it's going to hit like a light bulb to where you're going to feel like you made it. And once you get there, you're going to be a very busy person. It's going to be like all in a day's work. Every day you're going to wake up and you're going to be in a consistent flow of this blessing that only God can grant you here, gang. So let's see how God wants you to act on this energy, because God is definitely saying, Dad, yes, our Father, our Dad. He's definitely saying, my child, is what he's saying. There's some sort of fairness that he's wanting to bring to your situation. Somebody's name could be Stacy. Take it as it resonates. There's something about the names with the letter S that could be significant for some of you. If it applies, take it. If it does not, do not try to force this message. But let's see how God wants you to take action in this energy, especially once he exposes and he clarifies, once he gives you this personal glimpse, once he finally shines the light on this situation and help you understand why things were not, why things has always been unstable, why things have not been solidified, why things have not brought a certain type of solution to your life. God is just definitely about to expose this energy here. Clarify this energy. What is this exposure, God? What are you about to expose today? So something will be exposed today. Something is going to be happening now. Something is going to be sudden. It said, this is another day that the Lord has made for you, so rejoice and be glad in it. So something about today. Something about today. You're going to realize something today. Whenever you come across this video, remember, all my readings are timeless. Whenever you come across this message is for you. Something is going to happen today that's going to really help you recognize and see why things are going the way that it's going. I'm definitely feeling like you don't need to give up. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep moving on the things or that idea that God has already given you for some of you. Keep investing and nurturing and in the things that God has already blessed you with here. I really feel like that's going to be the catalyst to this freedom, to this blessing. Once you work with what you got here, man. But you're not isolated. I mean, you are isolated, but it's not like what you think it is. Like, you're just in a certain place right now where God is like really trying his hardest to get to you and touch your heart so you can really understand, what he's doing here. But if you're like focused on this and focused on that, you don't have time to focus on the Lord. So spend time with your Father. Spend time with God. Yeah, it says legends always leave behind a legacy. Wow. So there could also be energies of you feeling like you are behind or you're not where you're supposed to be, but you're a legend, gang. And if anything, God got you hidden for a reason. God got you where he got you for a reason. But you are a legend. And you will leave behind a legacy. This is why God is saying what he has promised you cannot be forced. It cannot be rushed. It'll only happen on his own perfect divine timing. There could also be energies of somebody that is a part of the LGBTQIA community. But there's also saying that everybody has a special someone. There could be same-sex couples here, same-sex interests, take it as it resonates. But everybody has a special someone. I don't know who that's for. That's a side message. But yeah, that could also be another energy. Yeah, rainbow energy. This is definitely saying somebody could be gay. Don't mind me, guys. I was once in all of that. But God has delivered me from some things. So if you are somebody who is, this doesn't have to be just speaking for, the LGBTQ community. This is just what the fuck. This could just be speaking for a promise that God has made you. This could also be speaking on a romantic connection or a unique sort of connection. This could also be speaking for beauty after the struggle. Also could be speaking for the pride and the hope that you have in this new beginning that's wanting to bless you here. This is also speaking for the divine realms. Once again, God is opening, divine gates. He's activating divine wisdom. He's opening divine realms so you can receive higher information that does not dwell on this earth. It is beyond this earthly realm. That's why God is definitely saying heighten your energy. Nothing is yet set in stone, which means you are not either. Where you are right now is not your final destination. You will be moved into the proper place. You will be moved into that place where you're going to feel home. You're going to feel like where you belong. Right now, you may not feel like that, but it doesn't mean that you will remain here. Definitely heavy on the rainbow, God's promise, or there is significant energies for LGBTQ community here. Take it as it resonates. Whoever you are, you could be someone of European roots, but you are designed, or you are designed to divide ignorance and color. You are designed to divide ignorance from color. Somebody is out here is an activist. I don't know. You are supposed to be speaking up for unfair treatment in the world. It could be racism. You could have experienced racism. I don't know, but God is speaking to a situation here. But you are designed to speak over these unfair situations. You are someone who is meant to speak over unfair treatment in the world, as well as when it's coming to race or color. You could have been someone who's been discriminated against in your community. God is really about to set you free. You're about to be released from some unfair situations. God is about to bring some fairness and justice to your life. I don't know why I'm feeling a lot of different energies here. So remember to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Do not try to force this reading. What is this? It fell on the floor. Discrimination. Once again, God is just testing your faith. He's just testing you. He's just testing you. You could have been recognized but rejected. But God is definitely wanting you to point out what is pure and what is impure. God is wanting you also to bring equality to a situation, or you will be someone who will bring equality to a situation here. God is also saying do not discriminate. Okay, if you are someone who is religious and you were raised a certain type of way when it comes to a certain type of race, do not, fall for the okie doke. You can unlearn those things that you have been taught outside of race as well. This is just for speaking for anything that you have been taught that has caused you to treat someone a certain type of way. God is saying release yourself from that, okay? Because you will be set free to the point where you can come together with all kinds of different people. You also will be collaborating with people you don't expect to collaborate with. This could be people of other races. So take it as it resonates. You could be learning a new language. Take it as it resonates. But you will be recognized and not rejected once you receive this Akashic wisdom here. Once you release yourself from these old patterns, from these old stories, from these past lives, from these past people, you will be learning like new energies. You will be connecting with new people and new things here. Clarify this energy. Action here. God wants you to definitely take action. Yeah. Somebody could be an elder here. Or this is just speaking for God. God is an elder. He's a wise man. He's a wise person here. And he's alive. This could also be speaking for a grandparent or an ancestor here that's wanting to communicate with you. Once again, your spirit guides have been trying to get your attention as well as God. But there's an elder here. There also could be energies of you getting some sort of guidance from an elder in this time. Somebody could be avoiding communication from you because they could be speaking with an elder. They could be getting some sort of some sort of advice from an elder. Something does not want me to get this message out to you guys because I've been stuttering over my words. What is this energy? Yeah, a green flag. So yeah, there's a good sign here that there's a new beginning that's about to come here based on your hope. But you're about to be in the energy of prosperity. So say yes to this new life, this new growth, and this new healing here. Say yes to this energy. There's an elder here that's about to be sitting into your life. Somebody that's older than you. Somebody that you will look up to. Here's somebody that will inspire you with wisdom here. Somebody who already has Akashic wisdom. What the fuck? This is gonna piss me off. Like, nothing wants me to get this message out. But there's somebody who's really about to grant you with some sort of Akashic wisdom. It could be coming from an elder here. Somebody who could have also known you since you was a child. Bro, why am I getting so angry? This is pissing me off. Something is really upset that you are about to receive this blessing, gang. Somebody or something, there's an energy, the enemy, whatever. It's mad that you are about to receive this blessing, that you are really about to be released from the bondages that have been set on you, that have been put on you in your life. It could even be bondages that have been put on you since you were a child. This tough cycle is about to end. It's approaching because it's coming for you. It's locating you here. This new beginning, this new door, this new blessing here is coming for you here. You could have been released from a lot of things A lot of, dark energies that wanted to just ego battle with you. They wanted to keep you in a constant battle and tire you out and drain you, so you don't even receive your blessings, that you don't receive your destiny. But that's not going to happen, because once again, this tough cycle is about to end. I'm about to get pissed off, bro. I hate when my throat chakra is being attacked. This means that I need to speak every day, because the more days that I spend not posting, it just feels like energy be building up, and then once I finally get it out, it's like it gets attacked. So bear with me, guys. But you're about to be released from some new energies. From some old energies, and you're about to be blessed with new energies here. New beginnings, a new life, new growth, new healing here. New hope, new prosperity. So say yes in this time. God is definitely, it says be an activist. So yeah, God is wanting you to stand up for something. Be an activist for something. Speak up for those who are going through something that you are going through here. This is why God is definitely telling me, what the fuck, bro? I'm about to get mad. If I stutter one more time, God is definitely telling me to speak to those who are in isolation. I need to speak to those who are going through what I'm going through, because this is real. This is real life here. Yes, speak. Once again, a megaphone. God is definitely telling you to speak, 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 speak. He's telling you he's also about to amplify your voice, because he's going to speak through you. God's voice is also about to be amplified, which means you will be able to hear him more. So God is saying, speak up. Somebody could also be projecting a certain message on you. Could be an elder here. You might be receiving wisdom from an elder person here. But this energy is definitely going to be loud, and it's going to reach you. Also, as well, this tough cycle that is ending, it's about to reach you. It's approaching. It's coming in. And you are worthy to be released from this. So once again, you are going to be speaking to many, as well as you're going to have a testimony to speak to those who are going through what you're going through. Something about Atlanta, Georgia here coming out. The 33rd parallel. Somebody could be living in Atlanta, the capital of Georgia here. Or somebody could be traveling to Atlanta. Somebody could be traveling from Atlanta. But the energy of Atlanta here. Take it as it resonates, leave it as it doesn't. Something about Georgia. Yeah, at a grocery store. So God is telling you to get ready, prepare, go grocery shopping, go shopping. God is definitely telling you, get the vital things that you need. Gather all your necessary resources in this time. Because you're about to be, you're about to be moved to a different location. It don't even have to be the location of Atlanta. It could just be the energies of you being moved to a different location here. A different state. I don't know, take it as it resonates and leave it as it doesn't. But God is saying you are moving. This isolation is not permanent. This isolation will not last forever. It's merely just a season in your life, which also means that it will come to a necessary end. But that also means every ending is merely just a new beginning. So you can't take these old energies, these old patterns into this new blessing. This is why God is saying you are isolated for a reason, because you are needing to gather all the necessary resources to prepare for this new timeline, for these new energies, for these new collaborations, for this new profound information, for this new wisdom, for these new blessings. Okay, gang? I think I'm going to go ahead and close this message out here. Yeah, once again, the rainbow is popping out. Definitely clarifying God's promise. Yeah, earth and spirit, mystery and power. God is definitely saying, wow, the source. The universe is definitely about to help you in your situation. You will be experiencing some supernatural powers, some supernatural experiences, magic, all from the divine. It's definitely saying supernatural power over natural forces. So supernatural forces over natural forces here. Don't really lean on what you see in the physical, but pay attention to what you feel in the spiritual here. Pay attention to your dreams as well. You also may even receive a message in the mail, a letter. This also could be a direct message, a DM, a text message, but expect something in the mail, some sort of package or delivery. If not, this is a physical package. This could be something on your phone or email. Take it as it applies. But we are all connected. We are all created. God is definitely saying here. So he's definitely saying, if you are going through something terrible, understand that there's people in the world who are going through worse. You are not alone. This will also help you as you are, perceiving your situation. You will then be like, okay, my situation isn't so bad, because there's people who are out there who are going through worse. You know what I'm saying? Wow, but freedom is at the bottom of the deck. You will be released from these energies. You will be set free. You will be unbound. You will be uninhibited. You will feel very native and indigenous and ancient. That's because you are. but you will be released, and you will be without limits in this time and in the future as well. This is why God is definitely saying, use the confidence that he has given you to change your circumstances. Because the confidence that you have right now, the faith that you have today, you really don't need a mustard seed of it. But the faith that you have today is going to determine, how you activate this new energy here, how you are restored, how you are renewed, how you will be rebirthed and recreated in these new, beginnings here. But I think I'm going to close it out here. This message was necessary. I really feel like I had to get it out. If this message resonates with you, please take it as it resonates and leave it as it doesn't. Make sure you like this video if it resonates. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. Turn on that notification bell so you're constantly notified every time I post to this channel. Know that I love you and God does too. Bye.